All right, welcome back to another video. Unfortunately, I don't have a Mustang behind me today because you all saw how that one ended. Stangry went down. We really thought it was the transmission. It wouldn't go into gear or anything, but after dropping the transmission and checking everything out, it actually ended up being the converter, and it turned into a metal slushy. I wanted to get her fixed fast as possible, so the first thing I did was hopped on Facebook Marketplace to try and find a fix, and that happened on March 5th. It is currently March 19th, and Stangry's back. Threw a Circle D converter in there, a stall of I want to say 3,700, so the car's going to be able to launch a lot harder. Then I kind of got a little bit mod crazy. We're upgrading to GT350 axles. We also have some Steeda rear adjustable suspension going in. I'm super excited about that. We're changing my X pipe to an H pipe because we took the cats off, and then to wrap it all up is actually what this video is for. Like I said, I kind of got a little bit mod hungry, went on Facebook Marketplace, and I came across a level 4 triple pump fuel system. Got a deal I just couldn't resist. I'm gonna be driving to North Carolina to go pick up the new fuel system, then I gotta ship it to Jay so that he can get it installed and we can get on E85 by the race on April 1st. For getting to North Carolina is gonna be the tough part, and that's what you see behind me. This is Fred. A 1988 Silverado 2500. We have 243,000 miles, and she brakes pretty much every day. Now, I'm not about to attempt to drive this truck all the way to North Carolina because from where I am in Georgia, that's a little more than 5.5 hours. Mrs. Stangry goes to UGA in Athens, Georgia, so I'm gonna attempt to drive old Fred here 2.5 hours to Athens and then take her car to North Carolina. Like I said, Fred is a special one to say the least, so I'm gonna have to pack Fred a little overnight bag just to make sure that he can make the trip. What does that overnight bag consist of, you might ask? Oil, I need to go get an extra serpentine belt, and I also should probably bring some jumper cables just in case. Perfect. Made it to O'Reilly's. Fred, champion. Yep, made it back home. Here's what we got. So we have an extra belt in case Fred gets hungry, 2 quarts of oil because Fred is Fred. Got some fuel system cleaner, probably hasn't been cleaned since 1923. And of course, since I'm a master mechanic, I always have my tools. So we should be able to make this trip with no issues, and if we do have issues, we should be able to fix them. About to head to work, then to Athens from work. I have my bag of essentials and I have Fred's bag of essentials. My bag is pretty simple: camera stuff, phone charger, clothes, all the goodies. Now in Fred's bag of essentials, we have an extra serpentine belt, a funnel, we have 2 quarts of oil, and some fuel system cleaner. So this should make it to where if anything happens, I can still get us to Athens. Comment right now what you think it's gonna cost to fill Fred all the way up. 25-gallon tank. This just hurts to watch. $93. I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt a little bit. Hopefully I don't jinx it, but Fred is driving extremely well. Hopefully he can make it an 1.5 to 2 hours to Athens. I say as the check engine light comes on. Nice. Turned off. Parker Jones, master mechanic. Can't I fix at this point? All right, I'm off of work. You may notice I am wearing a fluffy jacket. That's because Fred does not have heat. I'm gonna be driving very, very cold, and my window doesn't go all the way up, and the wind blows in my face, so I'm trying to be somewhat warm for this 1.5-hour drive. All right, I had to get a bang because I'm exhausted, and this is about to be a pretty long car ride. I'm really hoping that we make it. Look at this digital dash. Check that out. You can't tell me that's not cool. This is from 1988. I just love the sound of the wind blowing. My Bluetooth speaker was dead. I accidentally left it on, so this is what I get to listen to for the next 1 and 45 minutes. But we're steady cruising, everything's looking good. Fred is doing fantastic so far. I'm not gonna push him to his limits. We're just gonna chill at about 65 miles an hour. I think Fred kicks into second harder than Stangry kicked into third when we blew our converter. Fred's running pretty good. We may just need to take him to North Carolina. We're in an open road. I'm so tempted to just send Fred to the max, but I don't want to embarrass everyone with how fast I am. That looks really promising. Doesn't look like anything's wrong at all. Man, here we are in Athens. Fred made it easily. I knew he would. I didn't have a worry in the world at all. Of course Fred made it. What did you think? This is Fred we're talking about. Flawless execution, Fred. Flawless. All right, it's the next morning, different day, different car. That Mrs. Stangry is letting me take her Corolla because it gets a little bit better gas mileage than old Fred. After Fred's performance yesterday, I definitely think he could have made the trip if I wanted him to. Fred just needs a chance. If he gets the chance, he'll take the opportunity and impress everyone. We have 3 hours and 28 minutes to go. I'm really excited to get this fuel system. The car is gonna turn into a different animal. Now, I wasn't planning on getting this fuel system. The way that it worked out is I said, Parker, you're not allowed to go on Facebook Marketplace. You spent way too much money in the past week on your car. And I went on Facebook Marketplace. Talk about an impulse buy. It sounds like a pretty good deal. He said, give me a couple pieces of paper and I'll give you over 100 horsepower. I mean, come on now. Hang on to those pieces of paper or I could go faster. Easy choice. The fuel system I'm getting is very expensive. It starts out at like $2,400 and then there's a bunch of different options you can get, which he got all of them. And he's selling it to me for 1,200 bucks. 0 to 60 in the Corolla. Hear that turbo? Fred would dust this thing. Found a gas station in the middle of nowhere that is so cheap. 369 miles on a full tank. Gotta get a Corolla. Stangry gets like 170 miles, and that's on 93. We haven't even switched to E85 yet. Totally missed the sign, but just got into South Carolina. These guys have been loving Fred. I mean loving Fred. Fred's views are so far in front of Stangry's. I'm thinking we're gonna start building Fred. Now, I don't mean engine swap, this, that, the other. I mean looks-wise. Fred definitely needs an upgrade. Nothing crazy, maybe like a 3-inch lift, maybe some paint work, I don't know. It looks pretty good right now. All right, I am absolutely exhausted. I'm 10 minutes away, so then I just have to turn around and do it again. Right, that was a success. I have it in the back right there. I'll obviously stop and show you guys what it is. Right now, I'm just trying to get to the nearest caffeine station. Actually had a follower shoot me a DM on Instagram and he was like, hey man, I live an hour away from Monroe. Can we meet up so I can get a picture? I was like, sure man. So he's about to meet me at the Starbucks that I'm going to so that we can get a picture together. Okay, so I have a true fan here. This man drove an hour to a Starbucks that I was going to come and meet me. I showed him the fuel system. We took a couple pictures. We sent a couple videos to his friends, so if you're his friends, you should have come with him. He's a really cool guy. I'm gonna show you guys the fuel system, then I'm gonna get my Starbucks, and then I'm headed back to Athens. Gonna take me another 4 hours. Let me preface this. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna show you my stuff anyways. All right, Papa squat on old Papa Stangry's lap. The fuel module. Definitely know what that is. I didn't have to read it off the top. This is the Hobbs switch. This basically makes it to where the 2 secondary pumps kind of kick in as the boost kicks in. Here's the fuel rails. This is the one part of it that is not used. He did not ever even unbox these. We just opened it so he could show me. This is the FC3 controller. Basically what this does is it makes it to where the 2 secondary pumps run independently. Then we have the lines and the fuse. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but this is the one thing that I did not Google, but I'm pretty sure that this is the fuel pressure regulator. I sincerely apologize to all the people watching this that know exactly what they're talking about. When I say I don't know what I'm talking about, I 100% mean it. Got my Starbucks. Got a little food in me too, because I kind of forgot to eat today. Cheers. Oh shit, that's hot. Large coffee and 2 breakfast sandwiches on an empty stomach. I'm gonna shit myself. I didn't think we were gonna, but we hit some traffic. Don't be like me and play with your cock in traffic. Pretty nice cock, if you ask me. I have done about 10 hours of driving, but it's definitely all worth it. Super excited for the power, but I'm very, very scared for if the car is gonna hold it. I'm not too worried about the axles because the GT350 axles are what Toby used when he launched and his car was perfectly fine, so I think I'll be good. And we're upgrading the rear suspension to Steeda adjustable drag suspension, so we should be good with that. I'm worried about my drive shaft and I'm worried about my motor. I've seen people hold a lot more on the stock Gen 2, but at the same time, I've also seen a lot of stock converters hold more than I did, and I still managed to destroy that. At the end of the night, I just hope that I can get the car back home. I haven't had the car home in what feels like forever. I do plan on upgrading the drive shaft at some point. I would rather do that by choice, not by having to. Lately, Stangry's been deciding when the mods are gonna come, not me, so we'll see how that goes. I made it back. I'm super excited to see Fred. Just so proud of the guy. Now I let him rest and set the North Carolina trip out. Tomorrow, he's heading back to Kennesaw. It's another 2-hour drive. I'm not even worried. He's gonna make it. Oh, look at that right there. You get ready, sir. Tomorrow is your day. He'll be fine, he'll be fine. So I'm gonna go in and eat and then sleep for hopefully as long as I can. And we gotta get Fred home. All right, it's the next morning. I slept for like 11 hours. I was so tired. I stole this box from the recycling part of Mrs. Stangry's apartment complex. I need to put the fuel system into this and I need to get it to Jay as fast as possible. Fred supports Stangry. You should too. Okay, so the box that I got works. It is pretty much the perfect size. Obviously, I can't send it like this. I need to put it in bubble wrap or newspaper or something. Okay, so I'm using Mrs. Stangry's arts and crafts skills to wrap everything in bubble wrap so that we can send it off to Jay, the UPS store. Okay, so lots of paper towels, lots of bubble wrap, and we use some Truly koozies for some extra cushion. Jay, you can keep those. But now we're just gonna ship it off. I'm gonna get the fastest shipping so that we can get this installed. Mrs. Stangry and I are gonna go demolish some Texas Roadhouse, and then it is time to take Fred back home to Kennesaw. Do you think he's gonna make the trip?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you kidding?
No, just real quick.
We're here. Put it away.
Really quick. Really quick.
I'm going fast again.
Wait for me, wait.
Bye.
Wait, I'll be fast. I'll be fast.
Bye.
Oh. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, we're looking at an hour and 40-minute drive home. I definitely think Fred can do it. We're up to temp. Everything looks perfectly fine, so we should be good. Till next time, Athens. There it is. Missed you, Fred. You got your rest, because we have another hour and 30 minutes, and I need you as strong as ever. Why are you coming on? Fred's doing fine, but I left my jacket, so I'm freezing. Fred is doing fantastic right now, and oh, totally just passed a cop while I was filming, definitely speeding. It's all right. He's probably looking at Fred and he's like, this dude clearly has enough going on, I'm not gonna stop him. I paid for 85 on the dash, I'm gonna use all of it. I knew it was smart to bring this home. Texas Roadhouse in Fred. This is amazing. Oh, you want to race? That's what I thought. Bro, how is there traffic at 10:45? So every time I come to a stop, there it is again. The gauge's light comes on and the oil goes all the way down. Now I don't really know if that's an issue, but I did pack 2 extra quarts in Fred's spend the night bag. A true mechanic always comes prepared and expects the unexpected. This is bad. The light came on again, so that's, oh, never mind. Problem solved. Sometimes you just can't stop a mechanic from doing what he was born to do. I was born to fix things. Sometimes you just gotta look at it for a second. So it's obviously something oil related. 10 minutes away from my house, so I'm just gonna get there and then I'll pull the stick. Fred, do not fail me now. We made it home, baby. I knew we would. I knew the whole time. As far as the belt, you can clearly see that that first rib is starting to wear down. So gonna check the oil level once it cools down a little bit. I checked the stick and it said that we were full, so I'm not entirely sure what the issue with that could be. And Fred did perfect. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of tempted to just tweak a couple of things and then haul Stangry to the event on April 1st if it's possible. Either way, the trip was definitely a success. Fred made it to Athens. We got the fuel system. We shipped the fuel system. That's gonna get to Jay either Wednesday or Thursday. So that should get installed and we should get the E85 tuned in time for the race on April 1st. You guys should definitely come out, by the way, if you can. I'm really excited to get Stangry back so I can show you guys all that we did to the car and really still introduce the car because we haven't gotten to show it much on YouTube. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe. The support has been absolutely nuts. We just started the channel and we're about to hit 1,000 subscribers. You guys are nuts and I love each and every one of you guys. I'll see you in the next one.